I remember the sound of the ventilator more than her breathing, mechanical, unforgiving. The surgeon said, "Now or never," and the word never felt like a loaded gun pressed to my chest. I made the calls anyway. My wife's father answered first. I didn't beg, I explained. $12,000, emergency, her granddaughter. He sighed like I'd asked him to lend me a lawnmower. We're saving for a cruise. Her mother didn't even pretend to hesitate. Children die every day. It's life. Her brother laughed once, sharp, casual. Should have had better insurance. I thanked them. That part still surprises me. Then I sat in the hospital hallway and let myself break, quietly. The kind of crying that doesn't make noise because you don't have the energy left to make any. That's when the nurse sat down beside me. I hadn't seen her before. Plain scrubs, tired eyes. She'd heard everything. She pressed an envelope into my shaking hands. "Here's my life savings, $9,400, she said. "I'll figure out the rest. Good luck." She smiled like this was nothing. She had no idea what she'd just set in motion. I used to believe family was unbreakable. I married into theirs because I admired it. Loud dinners, vacations paid in cash, stories about loyalty and legacy. They liked me because I was useful. I was the quiet one, the numbers guy, the one who read contracts before signing them. I handled their investments, their retirement trust, their tax shelters. I wasn't important. I was convenient. The day my daughter went into surgery, something rewired itself in me. Pain burned away sentiment. What remained was clarity. I stopped asking why. I started asking how. I didn't confront them. That would have been emotional, sloppy. Instead, I reviewed documents I'd managed for years. Slowly, carefully. I read footnotes no one else bothered with. I traced ownership chains, trust structures, voting rights, the retirement trust, my retirement trust. They'd insisted years ago that everything be centralized under my management. Efficiency, they'd said. What they meant was control. What they gave me was leverage. I recorded nothing illegal. I altered nothing. I just prepared. Meanwhile, my daughter survived. The nurse never asked for repayment. I set up a fund in her name instead. Quiet, permanent. Then I waited. "You're outdated. We're done here," the CEO hissed across the boardroom table. My brother-in-law, groomed heir, loud suit, soft hands. I nodded once, understood. No anger, no defense. That was the moment the retirement trust activated its voting rights. By Monday morning, the board convened an emergency meeting. 76% ownership, mine. The room smelled like panic and cologne. Faces I'd known for a decade suddenly looked at me like a stranger holding a knife. The CEO tried to speak. He couldn't. The chairman asked the question everyone was thinking. Who just fired the person who owns the company? I didn't answer immediately. Silence does better work. They called it a misunderstanding, then a mistake, then a betrayal. Funny how words change when power shifts. My wife cried when she realized what I'd done, not because of the company, because she finally understood I'd seen her family clearly and chosen my daughter anyway. Her parents demanded explanations, apologies, reconciliation. I offered none. I terminated the cruise fund, liquidated it, donated it to pediatric cardiac care in their names. I removed her brother from every executive role. No drama, just paperwork. I dissolved the family trust and restructured it into individual accounts with conditions. No empathy, no access. The confrontation happened at the hospital fundraiser 6 months later. Same hallway, different lighting. They approached me like ghosts, trying to remember how they died. Her father asked how I could be so cold. I looked at the plaque on the wall, the nurse's name engraved in brass. I learned from the best. Her mother tried to speak. I held up a hand. "Children die every day," I said softly. "It's life." Her brother stared at me, hollow-eyed. I leaned in close enough for only him to hear. "You should have had better insurance." I didn't feel joy. I felt finished. Revenge isn't about rage. It's about balance. My daughter runs now, laughs loudly, lives fully. The nurse visits us every birthday. As for the rest of them, they still vacation, still smile in photos, but they check the ground before every step now because they know I was never weak, I was watching.